January the 29th is the feast day of Saint Joseph Freinademetz, a Divine Word missionary. Joseph was born in a small hamlet in the Tyrol, the village of Oyes, in May 1852. It's a village that is in the Dolomite Mountains of northern Italy. Tourists to his village today are often struck by the sight of numerous images and carvings of him which can be seen. In many of them, he is depicted surrounded by little children. Who was this Joseph? What was special about him? After his elementary studies, he entered the seminary in Bressanone, where he trained to be a priest in his local diocese. After his ordination, he was appointed to the nearby parish of St. Martin, where he was a popular and much-loved priest. While he was in St. Martin's, he had a recurring dream. In this dream, he saw the poor children of China with their hands stretched out to him and begging for bread. He understood that this dream was referring to the bread of the gospel. It disturbed him. At that time, too, the news was going around that Arnold Janssen, a German priest in Holland, was trying to find priests to bring the gospel to China. Father Joseph wrote and asked Arnold if he could join him in his project. After a short time with Arnold in the poor little seminary at Style in Holland, where he learned the basics about the missionary work to be undertaken, Joseph, with a companion, John Baptist Anzer, set out for China in March 1879. They thus became the first missionaries of the Divine Word. They landed in Hong Kong and began to learn Chinese, taste the local food, and experience the local cultures. They adapted to the local style by dressing and grooming themselves in the manner of the local people in order to fit in better among them. In 1880, they were offered an area in South Shantung where they could open their own mission. This was a province with 12 million inhabitants and only 158 Christians. This became the first mission of the newly founded Divine Word missionaries. Over time, Joseph fell in love with his Chinese Christians. He wanted them to know and experience the love of Jesus in their poverty and isolation. On many occasions, he showed his readiness to give his life for them. He traveled far and wide over long and tiring distances in order to teach, meet, and heal the people. On one occasion, during a violent uprising, he was offered the chance to escape to the coast, but he and his catechist insisted upon staying with the orphans and the poor old people. He was unable to abandon his Christians. Sometimes he stood up for them too, when they were being oppressed by local leaders. He himself was persecuted, jailed, cursed, attacked, chased, and abused by people who considered him a foreign devil on many occasions. He used to say that love was the only language that all people could understand. He also understood the importance of the laity in the Christian community. So he trained people to be catechists, so that they could teach, assist, and help the church to grow and to reach out to the people. Training catechists was a very special ministry for him. Because of his wisdom and gentleness, he was appointed the superior of his fellow missionaries when they became more numerous. He was there for them when they needed support and encouragement. So well did he lovingly adapt to his people that he was able to say one day that when he died, he wanted to be buried among his beloved Chinese and to be with them in heaven. He never once returned to his beautiful Dolomite Mountains in over 30 years. He died from typhoid, which he caught while caring for others. with the disease. One of those who was baptized by Joseph Freinademetz was Thomas Chine, who became the first Chinese and Divine Word Cardinal in the Church. Despite his absence from the Dolomites, he was never forgotten by his own people in his beloved Oyas. And today we lovingly remember him as Saint Joseph of Shantung, whose spirit, example, and courage continues to inspire and help us. Saint Joseph Freinademetz, pray for us.